just the start of this game, and we're going to be discussing the game a little bit, just a little bit. I've restarted this particular character. I'm going to call it Caotic because, well, it works, okay? When you start at the game, you have a very intense character creation. Usually takes a good little while, unless you're just going to pick one of the presets. But I like the extensive character creation of this. It lets you really get involved with deciding how a character looks, unlike a lot of other games. We won't give shout outs to other games. But let's get into this and discuss my thoughts of the game so far. I'm going to be allowing these not cutscenes, but allowing these load screens to go through so you know what to expect. You know, when you're first starting out, there is a decent little load scene and there's some cutscenes. I'll try not to talk through the cutscenes, but we'll discuss my thoughts of the game thus far. I have played further into the game. I just created this character to do this walkthrough.
Where the light ends, a black blade shall split the sky, and Luminous will return to sow the seeds of shadow once more. Famine and decay will follow in her wake, and the lash of war will be unleashed. Cries of despair will fill the air, and herald the coming of the Undying. An ancient seal will be broken, and an army of chaos shall rise from the breach. Only a bearer of the lantern may be able to hold darkness at the door. The die has been cast, and Luminous awoken. Before the goddess of darkness can conquer all, go forth and find the fragments of the gods.
Alright, there's a quick cutscene. Just letting you know that apparently all hell has broken loose and we're trying to save the world. You start out just like this. If you don't know what just like this is a max level character in the game. It starts you out max.
My time is short.
I have to remember that my buttons are different than I currently have them. You can see the heavy combos and the balanced combos up top. You can see the buttons are displayed. This is the intro. That is changeable. However, I ran out of stamina. I no longer do that. So you do have to manage your stamina. combos, as you just
An enemy you will
observed.
encounter on the road ahead.
So, it is a timing thing. You have to know what you're going to use
By the white lantern.
beforehand. You can't just go through and button tap. Notice some combos knock you down, and you can be knocked down. I got knocked out before I finished that combo. Alright. And then you have this little boss battle. Oh, yeah. Both got that lick off. I was waiting for that. There we go. And I assume this is the main antagonist. And then you are given the option to either play through a prologue or not. I would suggest you do play through the prologue because it does level you up to level 3, as opposed to if you skip the prologue, you will go straight to what we refer to as the farm, and you'll be level 1. So you'll just be a couple levels behind. Does it really matter at this early in the game? Not a whole lot, but yeah, no. Mainly, yeah. If you've already played through the intro a couple times, it may seem a little boring because basically what it's doing is teaching you where buttons are and what stuff is. If you already know that, it's going to seem very tedious. Once again, you'll notice I am playing this on a PS4, not a PS4 Pro. You can take note of the load screens and compare them to a Pro if you own one of those. And later on the PS5 when it releases, the load screen differences, but I am allowing these load screens to play through. I'm not going to skip them or cut them out. And by skip them, I meant edit the video and cut them out. Alright, as you can see, we are level 1, where we are told to exit your home and see who's shouting.
Feels like ages since the last festival.
You're welcome to read this if you like. I will go through it slowly and allow it time to read, but not overly long. I'm going to change the button configuration just because I prefer a different one. Alright, there we go.
Have you had a chance to look around the festival? Hey there, sleepyhead.
Feel free to pause and read this if you would like to. If you read slower than I do, there's nothing wrong with that. Just pause the video.
Feels like ages since the last festival.
You'll notice a lot of this, basically just a lot of walking back and forth and building muscle memory. That's basically all you're doing, is building muscle memory, learning how to interact with the environment.
The stars speak our destiny.
Now, this right here, I don't know if you've ever played Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning from the PS3, was recently re-released for PS4. This is a direct rip right out of it. The Fate Weaver in Kingdoms of Amalur is replaced by a very busty woman. And she's not drunk. Alright, we'll read that.
Ain't nothing beats a good party. Hey, pal.
Now, as you're reading this, you'll notice that there is some humor. There is some corny humor. It's nothing more than just letting you interact with characters. This is the intro. Just remind you of that. And as you advance, come up here, and you have main story quest, and then it will unlock some other side quests. I recommend you do the side quest. Why? It just gives you a little bit more experience.
Are you enjoying the festival?
And yes, you're talking to someone to talk to someone right beside them. This is very typical in MMOs. You're just learning the lore of the game. Like I said, by all means, take time to read it, pause the video if you have to, and enjoy the lore of the game you're about to play. Because if you skip it, well, you'll never know what you're doing. You'll just be button tapping.
How's it going?
Alright, now you'll notice on the map, mini-map, many other side quests just popped up. I'm going to do those real quick. We won't speak of the fact how all these people look alike. We'll just do the intro. Allow you to read the text quickly. Now, whether or not any of these actually affect the gameplay later on, I'll leave that up to you to figure out. And of course, just like every other MMORPG, you will be doing maybe some fetch quests. Very peaceful music in the background, always ominous when you're playing an MMORPG. If you've never played one before, and this is your first, well, you're in for a treat. Item here to pick up. A little bit of lore to read. Tells you a little bit about the festival you're currently at. And then you progress your little storyline. Cutscene that you must read. There's no voice for this. You are listening in. Yes, he told me to go tell someone that he could literally just turn to his side and yell.
Wow!
That is very typical of MMORPGs. These little mini courier missions and fetch quests. Now remember, at the very start of the game, we did combat as a max level character.
Your day of choosing approaches.
Slightly ominous. Normal for a moment. And pay attention to what's being said.
Halt! State your business!
So, this is where you've been hiding.
Gideon!
Do you remember how we parted all those years ago?
It was the will of Viscera.
Of course it was. My God, however, you decided something different. They're welcome to try. There will be no escape! The time has come for this world to meet its new master!
We all remember Mikey from Men in Black. Alright, now we have a short combat scene. Notice my abilities are slightly different than what I had at the beginning. And the button changed, obviously, because of that. Big ugly brute.
Hey, are you all right?
It's obviously our little friend.
Delios, you're alive! Wait, what happened to Priest Mia? Where is she?
Another voice joins our chorus of death.
Don't move!
Alright, now from there, we are taken to what is known as the island. That is the intro. I will show you a brief image of the island, and then the next video will show you the actual beginning walkthrough. That is starting out. We will sit through this little load screen. I'll show you around a little bit, and we'll go from there. Obviously, storefront. And you are brought to the island. As you walk out, you're introduced to that. cutscene every time you enter a new area. Give you a good look around. And this is the first time you encounter other players. Now you can party up with them, you can meet them, you can play with them, but as for this particular next stretch of the game, you don't really need them. The next stretch of the game is just kind of introducing you to the MMO aspect of the game. Yes, you can meet them, yes, you can party with them. In order to do so, here's the world map, your friends, you can go through your friends list, recommendations. There is a guild system here. You can create a party of up to 5 people. You can invite that. Yes, you can have an estate. Very typical. Have a bag, different things to explore. Of course, I have a weapon. Different things. You have consumables, general items, premium items. This is where you collect things that you have paid for. Alright. I hope you enjoyed the starting out portion of Bless Unleashed. Hope to see you guys play, and I hope you'll tune in for the next video, which will be a brief walkthrough of what I'm going to call the tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whichever you like. Like, dislike, subscribe, that's up to you. Have fun.